Stop. Don't breathe. Do you feel it? That shadow walking beside you in the darkness. That weight on your chest when the moon disappears. That feeling that something ancient is watching you. It's not your imagination, my child. It's the Jaguar of the threshold, the guardian who decides who may cross, and who remains trapped between worlds. Tonight, I will show you why some never return from the jungle, and why others can never forget it. But first, you must promise not to close your eyes when he looks at you. Sit close to the fire, traveler. What I'm about to tell you isn't a legend meant to frighten children. It's knowledge my grandfather received from his grandfather, who received it from his own, in a line that fades into the night of time. Many moons ago, when I was just a curious boy chasing fireflies, my grandfather took me to the heart of the jungle on the darkest night of the year. Kanauã, he said, tonight you will learn that the jungle has two faces, the one you see under the sun, and the one that exists only when everything turns black. We walked for hours. Each step took me further from the world I knew. The shadows grew thicker, the sounds stranger, and then I saw it, a jaguar, but not like the ones I had seen before. This one was different. Its eyes glowed with a fire not of this world, emerald green, as if they held within them the wisdom of a 1,000-year-old forest. And when it looked at me, when its gaze met mine, I knew I was standing before something older than humanity itself. My grandfather didn't move. His hand gripped my shoulder tightly. "Don't look away," he whispered. "The Jaguar of the threshold is deciding if you are worthy." In that moment, my son, time ceased to exist. I don't know if it was seconds or eternities. The Jaguar circled us, slowly, deliberately, and then something impossible happened. The jungle began to change. The trees I had known since childhood started to glow with ancient symbols. Lines of golden light ran through their trunks like veins of ancestral wisdom. My grandfather whispered in my ear, "You're seeing the threshold, the place where all worlds meet." And he pointed to the Jaguar. "He is the guardian." The Jaguar sat before us, majestic, motionless, and from its eyes, those eyes that contained galaxies, visions began to emerge. I saw ancient warriors walking paths that no longer exist. I saw shamans speaking to trees that answer with voices of thunder. I saw past and future intertwined like the roots of a sacred tree. And among all those visions, I saw what the Jaguar truly was. It's not an animal, my child. It never was. It is a living manifestation of the jungle's consciousness, the point where all spirits converge, the gate that decides who may walk between worlds, and who must remain in just one. My grandfather released my shoulder. I was alone before the guardian. The Jaguar rose. It walked toward me. Each step made the earth tremble, or perhaps it was just my own body shaking. It stopped a breath away from my face. Its breath was warm, smelling of wet earth and ceremonial smoke. And then it spoke, not with words, my son, with something deeper. Its thoughts flowed into my mind like rivers of ancient knowledge. It showed me three paths. The first, to return to my village, forget what I had seen, live a normal life, safe, predictable. I saw that life unfold before me, growing up, hunting, starting a family. But I also saw something else. I saw my eyes lose that special light, the magic of the jungle fading into a distant memory. I saw myself dying without ever truly knowing who I was. The second path, to remain forever at the threshold, to become part of the eternal jungle, to lose my human form but gain immortality. I saw this path with devastating clarity. I saw myself transforming slowly. My skin turning to bark, my arms extending into branches, my blood becoming golden sap. I saw myself joining the ancient guardians, those who chose this path 1,000 years ago and are now the oldest trees in the forest. still conscious, still alive, but no longer human, part of something much greater, and terribly lonely. The third was the hardest, to walk between worlds, to be the bridge, to bring the knowledge of the threshold to those who have eyes to see, but carry the burden of those who cannot understand. I saw this path in all its pain and glory. I saw myself speaking with spirits that others could not see, walking paths that vanished at dawn, healing illnesses with no name in the medicine of the white man. But I also saw the loneliness, the misunderstanding, the nights when I would wish to be normal, the moments when the weight of knowledge would be almost unbearable. The Jaguar waited, patient, eternal. Its eyes did not judge. They only watched, allowing me to decide. And in that moment, my son, I had a revelation that changed everything. I realized I wasn't choosing a path. I was choosing who I wanted to be. Did I want to be the one who runs from truth because it's uncomfortable? The one who gets lost in eternity to avoid facing life? Or the one who accepts the pain of knowledge because he knows others need the light? I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and when I opened them, I looked straight into the Jaguar's eyes and said with a firm voice, I choose to walk between worlds. I choose to be the bridge. I choose to carry the weight because someone has to. And then the guardian did something my grandfather said he had only seen once in his life. He came closer and touched his forehead to mine. In that instant, my son, the entire universe poured into me. I felt every leaf of every tree. I heard every thought of every creature. I saw every path of the threshold unfold like an infinite map within my consciousness. The knowledge of 1,000 generations of shamans flowed into me like a river of liquid fire. I screamed. I cried. I fell to my knees. But I did not break eye contact with the Jaguar, because I knew that if I looked away now, I would lose everything. And finally, when I thought I couldn't endure it any longer, the Jaguar stepped back. The peace that followed was absolute, like waking from a nightmare to find the sun shining. I remained there on my knees, trembling, but different. I could see things that were once invisible, lines of energy connecting all living beings, patterns of light and shadow, revealing hidden truths. My grandfather came closer. There were tears in his eyes. The Jaguar has accepted you, Kanauã, he said, his voice trembling with emotion. More than that, he has marked you. You now carry a seal in your soul. You are one of the walkers, one of the few who can cross the threshold when the moon allows. The Jaguar looked at us one last time, and in that final moment, I received his last teaching, not through words or visions, but through pure feeling, love, and then he disappeared. I have since guided others through their first crossings. I have seen the same terror and the same wonder that I once felt reflected in their eyes. And I have learned something that changed my understanding of everything. The Jaguar does not only guard the threshold, he also searches. He searches for souls that are ready, people who, without knowing it, already walk between worlds in their dreams, who feel the call of the jungle even if they've never stepped on Amazonian soil. The Jaguar can find you anywhere, in a city of millions, in the middle of a desert, or on top of a snowy mountain, because the guardian does not protect a physical place. He protects a state of consciousness, a level of awakening. If you've come this far tonight, if something within you resonated with these words, the Jaguar has already found you. Perhaps you've seen him in dreams, a golden shadow watching from the edge of your awareness. Perhaps you felt his presence when walking alone at night, that chill that isn't cold, that weight that isn't fear. Perhaps you've heard his call in the silence between your thoughts. The guardian doesn't appear by chance. He chooses, and if he chose you, it's because your soul already knows the way home. The question isn't whether you can cross the threshold, my child. The question is, will you have the courage to accept what the Jaguar will show you when you do? Will you have the strength to carry the knowledge he offers? Will you be willing to see the world as it truly is, not as you've been told it is? Because once you cross, once the Jaguar marks you, you will never be the same, and there is no turning back. If tonight you walk with me in spirit, if you saw the gates with the eyes of your soul, if the Jaguar spoke your name in silence, then the call is for you. The ancestors are waiting. The gates are open. The path is lit by the first ray of sunlight. You only need to take the first step. Leave a comment. I accept the call if the jungle has spoken to your soul, because this is only the beginning of the journey, my child. There are more secrets to reveal, more doors to show, more Amazonian nights to walk together, and those who accept the call will discover they are never lost again, because the jungle will remember them, and the gates will always remain open until the next moon. Traveler of souls, may the Jaguar guide your steps.